Okay. We clapped, and
synced.
now we're in sync. It's raining.
It's a rainy day here in Austin, Texas.
Uh-huh.
I had a thought the other day, and it was...
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it was, I was like...
Just smoke come out your ear.
Yeah.
Your gears were grinding.
It was like Patrick in SpongeBob.
The spider webs like come off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, someone could freeze time and we wouldn't know.
See, okay, but I've thought about that too. But I'm like, what if you freeze time, but everyone's aware, so they can't move? And
it's like freeze tag.
And then like cameras still work and stuff like that. Because I've thought about life would be better if I had like a freeze time button, just like go into stores and take stuff and yeah, a lot of stuff.
But yeah, sometimes have you ever been in the shower and the water just kind of goes like there's an air pocket, so it pauses for a second?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I think someone's freeze time.
I believe it, honestly. You know the theory that our history now is different because people in the future, like future humans, time traveled back in time to ancient times and did stuff. And so whenever there's like UFO sightings or like UFOs in ancient paintings or in hieroglyphics, it's actually humans in the future in their time machines.
Yeah. Do you think that's how Mandela effects happen? Because we remember it one way.
Yeah, that's another thing. So there's a theory of like multiple universes. But there's a theory into that where they're not parallel and separate, they're branching. So like we could split universes and timelines right now where I said something different and then they go like different ways. And so that's the Mandela effect, is that
it's just the time stone in Infinity War being moved and put back.
Yeah. Which one did Vision have? In his face hole.
I honestly don't know.
Fake fan.
You're one of them.
You're like,
was
who?
It reality?
I don't know.
It might have been reality.
We need that one.
Yeah.
Basically, that was the point I was trying to make. So, what boba do we have today for the boba breakdown? It's our favorite and least favorite brand today.
Yeah. We have the blueberry pomegranate black tea.
So we realized we like the black tea one the most, the raspberry. Because you were iffy on this when we first bought this brand for like the second episode. Because you were like, I don't like blueberry. But I feel like it's artificial. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because last time it was raspberry dragon fruit and you couldn't taste the dragon fruit at all. So I feel like we have a 50-50 chance this is really going to taste like blueberry or really going to taste like pomegranate. And it's red, so I'm rooting for pomegranate. Yep. Okay, stabby time.
Ready?
You post that TikTok of me like flopping, stabbing it. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to do it this time.
We traded places.
Flop.
I
oh, mine's leaking. Oh my god.
You're fine. I hesitated on the boop. Okay.
You're in your flop era. Oh, never mind. Cheers. We never cheers it.
Cheers.
Ew, it dribbled on my chin. I didn't even get a sip.
Honestly, it tastes just like the last one. It's a little bit more tart.
I just taste chemicals. I'm trying to taste a fruit right now.
It's more tart.
I think it might be because we just had Inari and it's super sweet. You want to talk about what we had for lunch? God, that's bad. You want to talk about what we had for lunch?
I think it's good.
Okay, well, good thing you bought it so you can have all the other ones.
You can take one of the raspberries home if you want.
Okay, thank you. I was going to ask you. Do you know which is which? I guess they're the more red ones.
The labels are on those. They're on
okay.
these. Lunch. My brain. You can see it working. So
it's better after I drink water.
Yeah.
It was the
You had like a palate cleanser. Do you taste any fruit now?
No.
Okay.
It tastes like, do you know how people complain about when you put stuff in water, and they're like, it's just water with a little bit of flavor. Like, what are you guys talking about?
It's like LaCroix.
It's not good. Yeah, literally, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like mostly like water, but a little bit better.
To me, it kind of just tastes like a Capri Sun.
Obscurely sweet.
Yeah.
In a way.
With some texture.
I'll be honest, I don't like the bubbles.
Yeah.
At all. I'm putting my teeth as a filter to block them.
Well, there's only one more, and it was a green tea, and we decided, right? Or is this the last one?
There's only 4. Yeah, this is the last one.
Okay.
We did it all. So, my ranking for it is raspberry, strawberry, this one mango.
Mine is raspberry, mango, this one strawberry.
Okay. Yeah. At least we can agree on the raspberry one was the best.
Yeah.
Because I like the strawberry one you didn't. You like the mango one I didn't.
Yeah. And that's okay.
And that's why
I just looked over.
we're going to fight to the death later.
And was confused why there were ghosts entangled in my succulent.
Oh.
I was like, huh?
So on our gallery wall today, this is a rush recording. So I didn't feel like setting up a set. So our Halloween set is still underneath. Underneath there.
You might be able to see a little bit of orange, but...
But I'll let you guys know something. I've been writing a story for a show for several years. And on this tapestry is actually an Easter egg for a part of that story.
We got it made just for that
Mm-hmm.
reveal. I totally didn't buy this in college and,
Yeah.
and use it as a
Speaking
decor
of
piece.
buying, I like your sweater.
Oh, thank you.
I know it's
a platypus.
it's a hot topic amongst your circles.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people should just try and experience some patterns and fun colors every now and again.
Definitely.
Because you're definitely stepping out of your comfort zone, and I think people should appreciate that. Because I think you look really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just like...
I also feel like I want to see the original sweaters. Like, in my brain, I know those are just like quilt squares.
Mm-hmm.
But they cut up a bunch of sweaters and put them together.
What is this one story? What is...
I love this. Okay, so basically, let me describe Rebecca's sweater for everyone who is an audio listener. It's patchwork sweater, patchwork knit. So it looks like you took a bunch of sweaters and then cut squares out of them and then sewed a new sweater. So we got brown and orange and yellow, some stripes, some pom-pom polka dot flowers, which are cool. Yellow diamonds, and turquoise is probably the main color, teal turquoise. But the sleeves are really cool. They bring some lavender into the mix. They're lavender and orange stripes.
Yeah.
And there's one singular square of lavender for some reason.
And isn't it on my back?
Yeah, there's one on your back and one on like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw it and I was like, that could be fun.
I almost got matching ones so we could match, but I don't wear sweaters. Maybe.
Yeah.
Comment down below. Should I get a matching sweater?
Well, they have a cardigan version of this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have got that.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the link.
Okay, I'll look at their cardigans. I just like when things are open.
Yeah. I also just realized I never finished or started
Inari.
what we had for lunch. I just put together some rice with some rice seasoning. It's like seaweed and sesame seeds, and then we made crab salad, and yours was more sauce than crab.
Yeah.
And we just put together that. I found some they're technically fermented bean curd pockets. It sounds
bad, but they're really good.
They're so sweet and so good. And you just put whatever you want in it, and it's really good.
And we're going to the Asian grocery store again after this. There's a lot in our area, so that's good.
More than I thought.
Yeah.
In Austin, Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. I went last night. We both went yesterday, but separately. And so when I went,
we didn't talk about doing this either.
No, we just did it. We could have went at the same time and not even known. But basically, every time I go, I get a new drink that I've never tried before. Because my goal is to find one I really like. And typically I'm like, okay, this one is not sweet enough, or it has an earthy taste, and I don't really want that right now. One of my favorite fruits ever is lychee. You can pronounce it however you want. Lychee. I like lychee jelly, and my friend was like, you should try this drink. It's lychee punch with 2 types of lychee jelly in it. It was really good, and I want more. Yeah. So we're going back after we record to get more.
Get honey butter chips because they're so good, and they also had really good seaweed snacks.
I also got passion fruit tea or passion fruit punch. I haven't tried it yet, but I love passion fruit too. So yeah. Oh, and today I saw they had lychee ramune. So just lychee soda. Yeah, sign me up.
Add some jelly.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite fruit? Carrots. Tomatoes.
Yes.
Pumpkin.
My favorite fruit, probably peaches. Or pineapples.
In today's society, we have real fruit and we have artificial fruit. And sometimes I'll like the artificial one and not like the real one, and vice versa. That's how I am with strawberry. I like artificial strawberry, but I don't like real strawberries. Mm-hmm. But then I like real grapes, but I hate artificial grapes. So
I like lemon desserts. I hate lemon fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
no lemon slice.
Yeah, if I get anything with lemon on a drink, I either give it to you or my mom.
Yeah, my friend Jen, I was hanging out with yesterday, they got Diet Coke with lemon, and I was like,
I've seen people do that with lime.
Well, that's what Paw Patrol girl, she gets lime Coke whenever, because I get lime Fanta and she gets lime Coke.
Also, I had a new segment idea.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to we have a platform, and we're kind of getting into a weird, darker season, so I just want to make sure that our listeners are taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
Be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, do what you can. I've been doing a lot of journaling recently. Maybe we have like a mental health moment thing pop up or something. But
if you feel like you're being cyberbullied, get off the internet. You're weak and you're you don't belong.
Unplug your Wi-Fi
Unplug your Wi-Fi router. Donate it to someone who can handle it. I'm kidding.
Disconnect from Spectrum.
Yeah. Anyways, what were you actually gonna say?
But yeah, just take care of yourself. I know that some of our listeners are finishing up with their semester of school. You're going through finals. Just make sure that you're taking time to yourself, and also you're doing the best that you can. Make sure that you're aware of that.
Yes.
And the holidays are coming up. That's sometimes difficult for people.
If you work retail, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I try to be as nice as I possibly can to people in retail, just because I know that people suck. Mm-hmm. And so,
I work in a high-end place, so I don't really have to worry about that. But I know if you work at like a grocery store or Walmart, that it can go down. Definitely. And people are going to be rude to you.
And, whatever those people say, it's odds are they're just taking out their problems on you. And you're just, unfortunately, a target for that time. So, just find your peace.
Mm-hmm. Find your zen.
Yeah.
Move everything around your room. Change your feng shui.
Yeah. Clean your room at 3 a.m. You never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. So, I've been meaning to ask you something like kind of serious, actually.
What's the smell?
What's that smell?
This is a cherry scented candle. It's nothing too crazy.
The cherry's holographic, though.
Yeah.
Can
I'm getting nothing.
No. Okay. Love that.
Maybe one day.
I got Lucinda, a blue one of these. Mm-hmm. It had a lightning bolt on it. And then I got Haley, this cherry one. But I don't remember what the blue one was.
Probably like blue raspberry.
Maybe. I don't know. I was like,
maybe vanilla.
Static electric flavored. I lick it.
Zap. It's like licking a 9-volt battery.
Yes. Did you ever... Okay. So basically, when you had a landline, you could pull the cable out of the back.
You already lost me. We don't have a landline.
Never, ever?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so when you have a landline, guys, listen up. You can pull the cable out of the back of like either the charging port or just like the base of the phone. And in it is the cable, and it's a cylinder with a bunch of spikes in it.
Yeah.
And if you put it on your tongue, it shocks you.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Yeah, because it's plugged into a wall.
yeah. But I used to do that all the time when I was little. I might do it again soon.
Does it taste sharp?
It just tastes fun.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like what Pop Rocks couldn't do. Shock me. Electrocute my tongue.
I wanted.
Maybe that's why our taste buds are so different.
Maybe
You're like,
you were being electrocuted.
Yeah.
It's there's a flour, that people use in baking sometimes. They're called like Zap Buds or something, but like they actually produce a shock feeling to your tongue, and so it's like a natural pop rock.
Yeah, that's what crystal is supposed to do too. You should like feel them supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot. I only did that. I only felt it with like citrine.
You left one in my room. What does it do?
I think it's died.
Oh, okay. It's just a rock.
My brother and my sister-in-law for Christmas one year got me a big box of crystals and stuff like that, and that's one of them.
Got ya.
I think it's just dyed blue. I don't think it's real.
Hmm.
I just thought it looked pretty in your room.
I got a sweater fuzz in my mouth.
Yay!
I mean, it fits with the blue vibe.
Yeah.
I'm switching to green.
Yeah, I kind of forced you to.
But like, when you first saw me wearing the sweater, you're like, I like the brown. It's like an earth tone. It reminds me of you. And I was like, oh.
Aww. It's the color of feces. Aww.
It's the color of dirt.
I love chili. Aww. Chocolate milk.
Almond chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Chocolate?
Oh, I have so we have another hot chocolate stir.
Mm-hmm.
And this one has 3 marshmallows. The other one that had 2. I am gonna eat this at the end of the episode, just straight up. So, but it'll be after I finish my drink.
Sure. Did I tell you that Mary Kelly's sister listened to our podcast on the way home for this weekend, and she said she almost crashed her car listening to it because it was the part in the Halloween episode where everything falls apart, and she was listening to it on Spotify, so there wasn't any given context.
Yeah.
And so,
the video just ends.
Yeah, it was just us, and then she was like, did someone break in?
See, but I thought about that. I was thinking about that today. That's so funny. I was like, I never watched whatever episode it was where I stuck my foot in the air and everything fell over. Yeah. So I'm glad you're talking about it.
Yeah, it was the Halloween episode.
So today I have lavender socks. I have lavender socks and they say hi on them because I'm wearing a green and purple outfit because I like green and purple, and these socks are green and purple.
I have slightly lavender
No one asked you.
Okay, well.
Anyways. Let me have my moment.
I'm actually shedding a tear right now.
Cannot handle it.
It's fine.
I'm like very uncomfortable for some reason.
Do you need like a pillow? I have a lot.
Oh, you do.
Do you want the flower pillow?
I need my new Pokemon plushie. It's downstairs.
No!
We're taking a break.
I'm actually shedding a tear.
You're like, I literally can't handle this right now. Like, why would you say that? Like, you know how it makes me feel?
Like, why would you put me in this uncomfortable situation?
Speaking of uncomfortable situation, I will now stick my hand over an open flame to reach this dice.
Oh,
actually,
yes.
today... Slay. So, we're doing the same thing. I want to go through some of my topics because I like my topics. But since we did 3...
Are you implying you hated mine?
Well, we had 4 of yours.
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
But yeah. Since you said it.
I'm trying again.
Since we already did 3, which was last episode, vacations, I think maybe. We film pre-record and then we upload them out of order, so I don't know what the last one we did was.
I think this will be 7.
Okay. So if we roll on 3, then you get to randomly pick a number. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Mm-hmm. But that's only if you get lucky. Let's see. One, so this was the original topic, the first topic I ever came up with for this podcast.
Oh no.
Do you remember when I said, Okay. I have a lot of notes on my phone for this one, but I can't get to my phone. So this is going to be from my brain.
Okay.
Let's talk about sports.
Okay. What about him?
What sports have you played?
Okay, I gotta do a deep dive. I did a lot of Little League when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I have played volleyball, basketball, soccer, t-ball, tennis, and I tried out for track and field and hated it because it was shot put and discus. And I was like, this ain't it. So, yeah.
Yeah. I played tennis in middle school, in my freshman year of high school, to get a phone. And there's no other reason. I wanted a phone. Everyone had a phone already. And now, like, Arden has one. He's 5, the kid, one of my family members. Like, just kids get phones, you know? And I wanted a phone. And my brother said, if you join a sport, I'll get you a phone. And my mom was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you can, like, call me when practice is over, because practice doesn't typically have, like, an official time when it ends. So we went over some sports, and I decided to do tennis. And my mom set me up with, like, a summer camp kind of thing for tennis. And I met some friends. There's one girl that was, like, really annoying. Got on my last nerves.
Who could that be?
I think her name was,
Rachel?
Robin.
Robin? Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. What about you? Did you play tennis?
Yeah, I played tennis. It was the summer after my 7th grade year. My mom found this, like, tennis camp thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, I ended up meeting, I had a great time. I ended up meeting, this person, I could never remember their name.
Mm-hmm.
Had, like, a bowl cut.
Yeah. See, it's funny because you're trying to make a joke, but you actually didn't know my name.
Yeah, I couldn't remember it. I'm being honest.
You really didn't know my name because it's so hard to remember. It's one syllable.
I was like, what?
I was the only person there your age.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else was like 7 years old, and
Yeah.
we were the only middle schoolers.
I don't know how that ended up happening, but I mean, 10 years later, here we are.
10 or 11.
Yeah. I think it was 10 this summer.
Okay. 10 and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. We were going to get a sheet cake and do the wine cup sheet cake TikTok trend, and then we didn't do that, so I have to burp. Had some vomit in there. Not gonna lie.
Anyways.
Did you like tennis?
Anyways. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Did you why did you play tennis? Like, did you just was your family like, you have to play a sport?
No. My mom really wanted me to get into a sport because she, well, yeah.
So yes.
She believes that when you work in a team-oriented environment, you respect people more.
You just learn to not like people even more.
That's true.
Am I wrong?
No. But, I think that's just because my brother and sister were on really good teams, and then, like, people ended up sucking once I got into high school. So,
I mean, she was probably right.
Yeah.
You got a friend out of it. I think that's probably all she wanted.
Yeah. Because that year, I'd been, like, severely bullied in middle school. And so then coming out into a new environment and making a really good friend who you unfortunately got a phone and was stuck with me.
I got 2 things. One I asked for.
And so, yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah. So I played tennis for 2 years. Well, I guess, yeah, 8th grade and then 9th grade, but then I didn't play on the team 9th grade year because I realized, gosh, I don't want to be around
I got my phone.
I don't want to be around all these people. I got my phone. And so then I just stopped playing.
I picked a bad time to have bubbles in my mouth. I played for 7 years.
Oh.
I played the end of 7th, 8th. So 6 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, you did it in college?
And then all through high school.
Wow. And you were number 1. You were number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's because everyone else on your team was
really bad.
Booty bunghole, but...
I was only number 1 my junior year, and then I was my senior year, and then someone came and beat me halfway through, so then I dropped to 2.
I would have quit.
I didn't care.
I would have been like...
I'm not a competitive person. I'm just there to have fun. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, even if I was number 1, like, I was awful playing up against a bunch of private schools, because I went to a small high school.
Yeah.
And so we played, I think we were 1A in that timeline. And so in Austin, Texas, we had a 1A high school. And, so we were just playing up against a bunch of private schools. And, yeah, but I had a bunch of fun. It was so funny seeing these people taking it so seriously when they shouldn't have.
It's just that I didn't like that mindset. And I was like, I just don't relate to these people.
Mm-hmm.
They actually want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
They actually want to peak in high school for a sport most people don't even know our high school has.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was interesting because your boys' team was bigger than the girls' team, and we didn't even have a boys' team.
Mm-hmm.
And until my end of my high school career.
Yeah.
And, like, I had to teach them how to hold a tennis racket. Because, like, I don't know if it was a joke, but someone was holding it by the actual, like, racket part, not the handle part. And I was like, I don't know if this is a joke or not.
You need to stop.
But, like, let me teach you forehand and backhand real quick.
So, another part of the sports joke I got going on for this theme. Let's go through all the sports we can think of and decide if they're stupid or not. Because I feel like sports, I'm not saying they're easy. I'm just saying if you really think about what they're doing, it's stupid. Mm-hmm. And I think there are a few that I'm like, okay, that's actually a fun and interesting thing. But then other ones I'm like, yeah, come on. So... what are some sports?
Sports. So we're listing it and then talking about if they're
stupid or not. Do you think tennis is stupid? Just smacking a ball back and forth.
I don't. I had a lot of fun in it. I don't think it's stupid because there are some really good athletes in it.
Boo! This is not what I asked you. It's yes or no. Is tennis stupid? I think singles is, but doubles
is fun.
Doubles is interesting enough.
Yeah, because the rules completely change.
Because when you're watching tennis and they're like, that's dumb. That's like, same with volleyball. But to a bigger extent, I think doubles volleyball is like okay, but like
beach volleyball.
Yes,
gotcha.
But like 6v6, there's enough going on to where I'm like, okay, there's some like coordination and some crazy stuff going on. Bowling, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. Like I understand you can be good at it.
Billiards. Mm-hmm. That's an actual sport.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a bunch of nerds. Like, they wear jerseys for fishing.
Yes, fishing's not the that's stupid.
I've had a lot of fun fishing, but it is a pro sport. It's stupid.
All right, this one's a really hot take.
NASCAR.
But yes, NASCAR is stupid. Dude, you're driving a car. Like, you're going in a circle.
There's only one race, the human race. What about NASCAR?
Football.
Football.
I think theoretically football is a good idea, but when you're actually watching it, it's just a bunch of people running into each other.
Yeah,
like
giving concussions.
Maybe yes. I remember there was this big thing when we were in high school that they like football should be illegal. Like it's very damaging neurologically. Yes, I
remember this.
And I was like, I agree. I mean, but then again, like they're doing it to themselves. So like, who cares? Yeah. I think what's really stupid about it is when pro athletes are more paid well than like teachers.
No, if we're gonna get into this, we also need to talk about how men's sports are paid more than women's sports.
Yes, exactly.
And someone tried to argue with me that like people are gonna go to a men's one more than women's, and I'm like, are you dumb? That's not the problem. Is the people showing up? It's how much they're being paid.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same sport.
They don't get paid per game. They don't like divvy up the ticket sales.
Yeah, it's not like different bands going to a concert arena. It's the same sport.
They signed a contract. They didn't.
Yeah.
They don't get a salary.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
It's insane.
Yeah, like sexism.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of issues in sports.
Definitely.
Just people getting hurt all the time.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it and there's that risk, go ahead.
Me and my brother and my sister went to a wedding last weekend, and we could not do a lot of the dances because we're like, oh, knee injuries.
Mm-hmm.
like my sister played volleyball, basketball, and soccer in high school, and she's just like, oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
can't do this.
So back to football. I think football is really funny because they have like these game plans on a board, and it's like really complicated with X's and O's and who's going where, and then it cuts to the actual game and they're just like hitting each other.
Have you seen what plays are called? People are using emojis now on the sideline.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So they're like
college football.
they're like eggplant emoji, and the guys are like, oh yeah,
got it.
I got it.
What? Yeah. I have a lot of good memories with football. I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's a dumb sport.
Mm-hmm. It's just smacking each other.
The best thing that
it's
came out
better
of
than
peanuts.
rugby.
Rugby?
I would say because at least they're wearing like helmets and
Yeah.
protective stuff. Like rugby, oh my gosh, literally, what are you doing, barbarians?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the football soccer debate being called?
Oh, how in Europe football is called soccer. Our soccer is called their football.
Because I feel like it should be called football.
It makes sense.
Because most of the time when you're playing American football, it's in your hands.
This is a case of colonizer mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're like, oh my gosh, we discovered football, but it's something else, and then we
Yeah.
figure out what football is. We're like soccer.
It's different than rugby, so it needs a different name.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be football because you only use your feet for the field goal.
What if it's just called AHH exclamation mark?
I think crash ball would
Crash
be
ball?
a pretty good name. Tackle ball.
Tackle ball?
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I like tackle ball. Okay, we just changed that. We just advertised tackle ball.
Yeah.
Okay. So, baseball and softball. This is okay. I think the bases. No, I think there's enough going on in baseball. There's enough aspects going on to where it's interesting. There's people in the out.
Almost every baseball player and softball player I met end up being jerks.
We're not talking about that. Get the emotion out of it, Miss Business Queen.
Excuse me, I'm a Cancer. I cannot do that.
We're talking about the logistics of the sport. I think there's enough going on. Like, the ball could get hit anywhere. There's strikes. There's foul balls.
I've never watched it enough.
Okay. You could miss the ball. Like, I feel like there's a lot of skill at actually hitting it with this narrow stick. People are out catching it. It's like meters in the air, and they just straight up catch it. They're diving for it. They're like rolling for I think baseball and softball are pretty.
It's a little more intense.
On the other note, cricket is stupid.
I just had golf.
Golf is stupid. That's the reason I did this, is because we were like, I live on a golf course, and we were like, why? Because I think it was raining and there were people like out playing golf. I'm like, no, there's no way this is fun. No way. You might as well just roll a ball yourself, like play with a bouncy ball.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more fun than hitting
go on a playground? I don't know.
Yeah. Did you ever play tetherball? You were just so tall, you were like...
Which one is that?
It's the pole with the string in the ball, and you try to wrap the string around.
We had one of those in my middle school. The string was non-existent, and the ball was always stolen.
Oh, okay. There's that one game that it was at really old playgrounds where it was like you throw a ball into this bucket, and it had three holes, and you just like kept it going.
Yeah.
I never got to play that.
I didn't either.
But I know what it is, but I never got to it. And it's not.
That was at my old
It's not
school.
a thing anymore.
No, it's a lost art.
And Foursquare.
Didn't ever play Foursquare.
We would always have like a section in gym class where it's like Foursquare.
I saw a TikTok today of it's a YouTuber on live like complaining about stuff, like just sobbing, and then the caption was like, when they took away Foursquare from our middle school because apparently it got banned at a lot of places. And I was just, and people are like, me when they took Silly Bands.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
thought it was funny, and I hadn't heard of Foursquare until I saw it this morning, and then you said it, and I thought that was weird.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dodgeball.
So much fun.
Yes. Dodgeball, I think, is the only barbaric sport to where it's so simple, but there's enough going on to where I'm like, yeah, this is a good sport. This is a good sport. Yeah.
We weren't allowed to play dodgeball in high school, so ROTC came up with Sketchy Cone Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so there were just two cones in the background, and it was dodgeball. Until someone got their nose broken, and then we played sketchier.
We played dodgeball, but we had to use foam balls. Honestly, probably a good idea because like I guess that's what's stupid about dodgeball. Like, don't throw giant rubber balls at each other. Come on. Maybe it should be
the noise of it just bouncing off my head is echoing in my head.
There's also chess, which I feel like I guess is a sport, but I understand that that's probably the most like thought intensive because like you're thinking like 8 steps ahead.
Yeah, it's so there's a concept in baseball where you can use game theory, which is also a business tactic to guess your opponent's move, and they use that a lot in chess.
Yeah.
And so I get it's more of a mentally physical sport.
Yeah.
Than an actual physical sport.
What other sports are there?
Badminton.
Badminton's stupid, but like it's fun.
It's really fun in the pool.
Mm-hmm. But it's stupid. Like it's just like you're hitting this like really light object.
Band.
My favorite sport, band. Anyways.
That's what people. There's a huge argument about that, if it's sport or not.
Really?
Yeah.
I think if there's an art form involved, it's not a sport. And music is art. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Cheerleading is a sport. It's like gymnastics.
Yeah.
I think cheerleading can be stupid or can not be.
The drama is mostly stupid.
So basically, I think it just depends on if they're good or not.
Yeah.
So maybe
it's really funny when they're bad.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just a talent-based stupidity level.
Gymnastics.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
Track and field, stupid. Girl, you're running in a circle that's dumber than NASCAR. At least they're in a car, you know?
Swimming.
Then again, they jump.
Yeah.
They're playing like Mario in real life, so maybe they got something going on. Swimming, I'll give that a maybe. I feel like you have to be pretty good.
That was the only thing my family watched during the Olympics.
Really?
Yeah.
I think swimming is dumb to watch, but probably interesting to participate in.
Yeah.
Because you're just going back and forth. But when you're actually doing it, there's like different strokes and like controlling your breath and stuff. So.
Yeah. I think that it's
Okay, diving.
Diving?
No. I'm sorry.
That's just like anyone can do it.
I get it.
I can't dive.
But it just seems really superficial. Like your legs weren't together. Flop.
Yeah.
You get like grading someone for jumping off a high platform. Come on.
But that's kind of also how they're graded in gymnastics too.
But there's a bunch of stuff in gymnastics.
There's a lot of technique.
Like you can say gymnastics and it could be anything. They could be swinging on bars. They could be using ribbons or bouncing ball,
Ice skating. I
was about to say, that was going to be the end. I think the pinnacle of sports in where it is interesting, talented, is ice skating. Yeah. It's everything.
Yeah.
There's endurance, there's speed, there's action, there's jumping. It's beautiful to watch. Sometimes there's music. There can be a bunch of people. There can be one person. It's ice skating. Ice skating's the pinnacle.
I think it's so beautiful to watch.
Ice skating's ugly uncle is roller derby. And
like women's roller derby where they're like attacking
yes,
people.
that's probably the dumbest sport. You're going in a tiny little circle and not
NASCAR, but indoors.
just smacking each other, and then two girls will take one girl and throw the other. But ice skating I think is
the ugly uncle. That's good.
Because ice skating can be anything. Maybe I'm going back on what I said about like art and sport being together actually. But they're like they could literally do anything, and it could be an ice skating performance or routine. There's drama, there's action, there's lighting, there's music. Like
there's sparkly outfits,
right? Yes, their uniforms aren't stupid or ugly.
Yeah,
their uniform.
Oh my gosh, wrestling.
Gay. Come on. It's just a bunch of like masked gay guys like trying to see who's the most dominant. Like you can't change my mind. Who else like?
What about women's wrestling?
Lesbians.
Okay, cool. It's a fruity sport.
Everyone thinks ice skating is the gayest sport. It's wrestling. And then like professional wrestling, acting. Like
I think all professional sports are rigged.
I can see that.
Because, like, I could care less about the Super Bowl.
Ping pong.
It's really funny to watch. Mm-hmm. I just got to Drake and Josh in my head.
What is a sport you think you could see the other person playing? So what is a sport you think you could see me playing and vice versa?
I feel like you'd slay at like rowing, or I feel like you'd also be good at. Just since I've seen you, like I cannot get into a rowboat for the life of me.
No,
I have no center of gravity.
That reminds me. That's stupid rowing. But another one, shock put or whatever it's called. That's also dumb. And then this is good. Curling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with like, is it on ice or on land?
It's on ice where they like just brush that.
Oh, hockey.
Hockey. You know what? I'll give it to hockey.
Oh, we also didn't get into like skateboarding or anything like that.
Oh, like
and snowboarding.
Snowboarding, you're going downhill. Skateboarding, you're going
Gravity.
Up a ramp or down a ramp.
You're just being in physics.
Yeah,
that's all it
you're
is.
doing physics, but you're proving to everyone you have more balance, but you are just experiencing physics. And gravity. Curling is just glorified. It's called shuffleboard, like the old people game. Is that what? Shuffleboard. Sorry guys, are playing sorry.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about basketball.
We also didn't talk about video games.
I don't think that counts.
It's called esports.
Okay. Well, the topic wasn't No, I'm kidding.
I'm crying again.
I think there are dumb video games, and I think there are really. So like Pokemon, I play Pokemon is like chess on drugs. Like there's so much. It's so complicated. But what makes it dumb is people use the same 10. Like
I thought you were gonna say a 7-year-old can win.
No, I love her. I forgot her name. The Oceania International Championship. She killed it. Like,
and she had a plushie.
Yes, and her. Oh my gosh, I wish I knew her name. She absolutely deserved to win that contest. She's amazing. She's 7 years old and better than everyone who was there. But what sucks about competitive Pokemon is that they will just use the best 10 Pokemon, and then everyone will just use those, and so there's nothing unique about the competitive space at all. So I'll watch the World Championships, and then I'm like, okay, I'm bored. Like, I've seen someone use this Pokemon 20 times, and then I'll just come back for the finals, and I'll skip to the end of the finals to see who won. But then there's, like, gun games. I
choked. Popper. It like popped and went to the back of my throat. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably esports for every game. Is there Animal Crossing esports? Best island design.
Really bad.
We didn't talk about basketball.
Oh, yeah.
I think basketball... No, I'm sorry, guys. It's just when you watch it, it's just them like running back and forth.
Yeah. Once again, lots of good memories with basketball, but yeah.
You're just throwing something through a hole, and then you're running back and forth.
Yeah.
You said hockey. I think hockey is the like...
It's basketball on ice.
No, I was gonna say it's similar. It has the aspects of figure skating I like, and some stuff from baseball where it's like kind of complicated. Maybe hockey is the better basketball, if that even makes sense, or better. It has aspects from soccer too. So maybe I give hockey like a higher.
I have a friend that goes to hockey games, and she's like wanting to see people start a fight. Like, whenever there's one that happens, she's like, yeah!
Like smashing your face into the clear plastic
wall.
And
just like leaving grease behind.
Are there any other sports?
Probably. I just can't think of any.
I'm trying to think of a sport that I could see you playing.
None.
Yeah, I just don't see you doing... I have it. Paper football.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You can flick the little paper into the finger goal. I can see it.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like tennis, but I don't think I could... I'm just like, there's no point.
I'm just like, Okay, I think we're wrapping up the episodes. I'm gonna try and eat this hot chocolate stick. I'm gonna eat this marshmallow first. No, it's still
Extra flavor.
Extra texture. Oh, it's solid.
It's like the 4th of July. Wow.
God. That's really... The visual is gross. It tastes amazing.
Sure.
Thank you for watching Boba Baddies. I'm gonna eat this.
I'm gonna figure out... I finished one.
You did it.
Oh.
Finally, first episode.
I just gotta throw back...
Lucky number 7. Yeah. I got chocolate on my face, in my mouth, in my throat, in my veins.
I'm just here to have a good time.
Boba, bye-bye.
Have a good one. Thanks for listening.